Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches, episode 98. Yeah. Tonight we are reviewing Independence Day. Resurgence.
It should have been called America! Fuck yeah! That's the sense that I got by the end of the film.
God.
Including the people that were in the audience with us. We're just like, woo! Yeah! So full disclosure.
Oh.
Andrew has not seen the original Independence Day at all.
No. You know,
Which was fascinating to me.
I know. I should have. I guess it was just one of those things where, I was too young and I wasn't allowed to see it. And then, somehow it became one of those things that I just, never saw because, I don't know, I don't think that many people were like, yeah, let's watch Independence Day. Should have hung out with you when I was younger.
I know, right? You would have learned about RuPaul much earlier.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it came out just at the right time for me, I think, because I was like, it was scary,
right?
But it was fun. They had Jeff Goldblum and Bill Pullman are in it, so I'm in.
Yes.
That's all I needed to hear,
yes.
Even as a 10-year-old.
Yeah. Can I say?
Yeah.
They are by far the best part of this movie.
100%, and they both look great.
Yeah, they really do.
Great.
Yeah. 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 I had a lot of fun in this movie.
I did too.
This movie is
terrible. It's terrible, but I had so much fun watching it. And it's horrible, schlocky, over the top, redonkulousness.
Yes. That being said, this movie was really bleak.
Yeah, so was the first one.
For a brief moment, felt like I was back in Pixels.
Well, I was gonna say, this whole movie feels like a video game. Or a ride. It's come to Universal Studios for the Independence Day experience. It was moments of it definitely felt like Star Tours.
Where it was Ooja! Whoa! Whoa! It lights me to Endor! Woo!
That was a really good Paul Rubens.
What does that do, Star Tours? Tell me.
Paul Rubens was the original voice of the robot in Star Tours. He's also Pee Wee Herman.
He was Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah.
Oh. There was one part especially where it was boo boo boo, we're going into this ride thing.
The whole movie?
Well,
other than Jeff Goldblum and Bill Pullman scenes?
Oh my god. But Jeff Goldblum really just...
He's the best.
Amazing.
The best. I can't say enough about how much I love Jeff Goldblum.
He really made this movie for me.
He did.
He made it so much more fun. Every scene that he was in, I was like, yeah! And then Liam Hemsworth would come on, I'd be like, oh... Can we go back to the other storyline?
For me, Jeff Goldblum has more charisma and sex appeal in his pinky finger than Liam Hemsworth has in his whole body.
My goodness.
I'm just saying.
Sure.
I love me some Jeff Goldblum. But it's true. It was weird. They gave Liam Hemsworth, I don't want to say good lines, but lines that with someone else would have been fun and funny. But with him, it was you're trying. You're trying. And you're doing okay.
He's not a leading star.
He
just can't,
there's something
missing.
I think there's a dumbness behind his eyes, for me.
Well, sure, but a lot of guys have that.
Oh, well, I don't like them.
I mean, that's not true. There's certain I don't think that, I'm trying to think of, a good example.
Okay.
You know what I was getting for this? I was getting a lot from Liam Hemsworth of wannabe Chris Pine in Star Trek.
Yeah.
You know that I break the rules, but I'm a badass pilot.
He was fine.
He was totally fine.
I wasn't.
It was just I wasn't rooting for him. I was rooting for
Jeff Goldblum.
Literally any of the old people.
Basically. quickly. I was like, Judd Hirsch, yeah!
It was
Get
like,
in there, Judd Hirsch!
It was like all of the young people were awful, and I was like, you guys suck.
Just like...
And then all of the old people, I was like, yes, I'm on board with you.
Like William Fichtner? Yes! You don't know who that is?
Nope.
He's the guy who became the president when everyone died.
Oh, yeah.
Love him. Love me some William Fichtner.
Sure.
He's great.
Who's the crazy scientist?
Brent Spine. Oh, Star Trek people are going to be so mad at me. Brent Spiner? Oh, he's Data.
Oh.
He's in the first movie.
Right. Now, is the gay lover in the first movie?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
No memory of this character. He might be in the first one. I have no idea.
Maybe they just wrote in that he had like a gay lover who sat by his side.
It is Roland Emmerich.
For 20 years, like in his coma. I love that.
I love that. I wish they had gone there.
I actually like it. They did go there. What are you talking about?
Like full on, like, I love you, goodbye, let's kiss.
I mean, I guess they should have done that. There was a lot of babes and baby, and like it was very clear to me that they were romantically engaged.
I think so.
The last words were, I have to tell you one last thing. That was supposed to be a sweater in regards to like the knitted
He made this like
scarf
cowl
thing
for him, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean, Roland Emmerich is not really a bastion of gay rights here, so let's...
He tried. He tried his best.
Yeah, well, he tried his repressed...
I honestly believe that. I believe that he genuinely tried his best. Was it misguided and offensive? Absolutely. But he tried it. And then Vivica A. Fox shows up, and her death was hilarious.
Was it?
It was so funny.
Why?
Okay, so like the ship is like pulling all the buildings up and crashing everything, and then her son is in a fighter jet circling buildings, going, you gotta go get those people on the roof.
There's people on the roof of the hospital.
On the roof, and he's like staring at them through a jet, and then she gets a mother and her child onto the plane.
What did you want to do? True Lies her?
Yes!
Jump! Jump!
Absolutely, he should have True Lies her. But then she was just like, ah! Like the way that there was some stuff in this that was so funny. At one point, Judd Hirsch is outrunning the mothership on a boat.
This one is definitely bigger than the last one. Oh, sweet Moses!
Just like, oh no! The city is collapsing behind me!
Can I just say, I am so fucking tired of cities and landmarks fucking being levitated into the air.
That's Roland Emmerich's bread and butter.
But it's not just, I mean, it's just everywhere now.
I'm also over it. I'm just saying, that's like, he started it all. Roland Emmerich! Oh, they also wheeled out Robert Loggia, who I did not realize was still alive. The guy, the general, that they're like, and General so-and-so, and he's like, it was like a Stan Lee cameo, basically. R, as in Robert Loggia. O, as in, oh boy, is that Robert Loggia? The main girl in it, whose job is...
What main girl?
The daughter.
Oh, she was a fighter pilot, but then quit to take care of her dad, the crazy ex-president.
But what's her job with the current president, Celia Ward?
Not.
Speechwriter? Remember at the beginning, they were like, great speech, Katie, or whatever her name was.
Oh. I guess she's like political, and she was like, I'm going to give up fighter pilotism to stay in D.C. with my dad.
Fighter pilotism.
Whatever.
Anyway, the whole movie I kept being like, is that Brie Larson? I think it's Brie Larson. It wasn't Brie Larson.
No. It was like...
It's the chick from The Guest, which is this fucking fabulous movie, and you guys should watch it. It's so good.
But, like, I mean, it was all pretty good. Like, the aliens were kind of intense and scary, and like...
Some of the time.
Well...
So, like, whenever they... I mean, this is always the case, but whenever they show CGI characters in, like, the dark, foggy night, you're like, oh, that's spooky. But this was like, and the salt flats in broad daylight in wide shot. There's like
tentacle aliens in day drag is not a good look.
I love it. That makes so much sense. Yeah, CG should not be in day drag. That's a mistake. It was like one of those Hulk movies. I think it was the Edward Norton one where. At first, they tried to, not show him because he's like a big green monster, and then at one point he's just like out in a big meadow in broad daylight. This is stupid. This looks dumb. And so I just don't know why they decided to have the last 30 minutes of the movie in broad daylight
with this like big, like queen alien tentacled running mess. Like
there's like ships swirling, and then
it was terrible.
Don't forget the school bus. Full of children and Judd Hirsch and Jeff Goldblum. And then they outrun the queen on a school bus. Oh no! Look out! She's getting closer. Oh, it was so funny. Because we didn't even talk about, okay, so there's the young millennials.
Yes.
And the OG cast,
yes.
Right? And then there's a cast of middle people. There's the warlord.
Oh, yeah.
Who exclusively kills aliens with
machetes.
With dual-wielding machetes.
Loved it.
Yes. The audience was like, yes! Then there's French lady.
Right.
Then there's also not John Oliver. The, like, nerd.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of scenes that genuinely felt like if you showed me them out of context, I would be like, is this from a sci-fi original movie?
Yes.
Not even just like, oh, it looked terrible, but just like the way things were composed.
Yes.
You would just be like, what the fuck is going on?
This one is definitely bigger than the last one.
I will say this. I did like the message overall, the moral, I guess, was that it was like humans are humans and we should all like unite for a common good.
Yes.
That was like a nice thing. I don't know.
That was somewhat in the first one.
Okay.
Because like they all
work together.
Of course America figures out how to kill them.
Duh.
Did it feel to you like the sound design was one level? It wasn't loud or quiet. It was just happening. Maybe it was the theater?
But it's like a good theater. Now that you mention it, I remember at one point noticing and being like, huh, this isn't really rattling. Like, there, like one of those scenes where it's like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like really like rattling the floor like you expected to.
The music was just sort of there.
It was just like, blah, 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 blah.
It didn't feel like
blah, 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 blah. Boo, 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 boo. We gotta go. It was like all the same.
Spot on. But you know what I'm saying? It was very much like one level of sound.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like, I'm pumped up in this action scene. And,
right.
Oh, now they're
it's like serious.
Whatever. It was just like.
Well, and you know what? I guess like that's kind of an interesting thing too, is that I feel like, and it would have been even cheesier, but whatever. But like when his mom is like slipping into the abyss of this falling city. If it was kind of like that slow-mo, like, Mom, no! Even if it wasn't like slow-mo and like, like, but like, if just everything else faded away.
And it went quiet.
And it was just him in his
like,
cockpit.
What's a cockpot?
Well.
Is it a crock pot for cock?
Oh God, it's like a bag of dicks, but.
Slow cooked. You can leave. You can set it in the morning. Come back. It's done when you get home.
You got your cockpot when you come home.
But that's why I mean when I say that it didn't.
Sorry, I'm just picturing a pressure cooker with a bunch of cocks in it. bunch of dildos sticking out. Mama! I can't believe you laughed so hard. I was still, like, a little bit emotionally traumatized. I guess just because, like, at that point I had been like, Jesus Christ, this movie just killed off literally hundreds of millions of people.
I guess.
They're like, New York City, gone. Dubai, flipped on top of London somehow. Like, what? Right? They're like, what? How did that work? But okay. So we're like, okay, UAE is now on top of Great Britain. That's all gone.
They had to get out of there.
Yeah, like the whole Atlantic seaboard is gone.
It didn't make any
But it stopped literally on top of the White House, of course.
Yeah, Judd Hirsch's boat stopped it.
Oh, sweet Moses!
Will Smith is not in this.
No. Just his picture.
Just a photograph of him in the White House. And, which really, honestly, if you've seen the original, Randy Quaid's picture should be in the White House because he's the one that saves everyone.
All right, you alien assholes! I'm back!
Whatever, I guess he's a redneck, so he doesn't get his picture in the White House.
Fair.
But I read that Will Smith is not in this because he asked for $50 million for 2 movies. And
they're doing another one.
They're doing another one.
I mean, obviously, but like...
And Roland Emmerich was like, nah. And then I love that they didn't even, like, leave the option open that he could be in the other one. They're like, he died in a test, like, pilot situation.
Oh, I thought he died at the, like, in the original.
No. Not at all. And it was like a super casual, just like, well, we all know that your dad died while doing a routine test thing. So, pause. I was like, oh, he did. Like, they were like...
They're like, nah.
They're like, fuck you, Will Smith.
Bye, Will Smith.
I also read that Susan Sarandon was offered a major role in this movie, but turned it down because she found the script to be incomprehensible. Which makes me love Susan Sarandon even more.
Yes.
So, Andrew, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Having watched Independence Day Resurgence, do you have any desire to watch Independence Day?
I mean, kind of.
You should do it simply for Jeff Goldblum and Bill Pullman.
I love them.
They are genuinely 2 of my favorite people. So that's probably one of the reasons I love the original so much. Because even as a small child, I was like, I love you, Bill Pullman. Jeff Goldblum, you're the best. I was like, fuck you, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. I want to hang out with Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, baby April.
Baby April was really cool. I just didn't get wrapped up in this movie as much as...
I mean, I think I did more than you.
I mean, I'm comparing it to something I saw when I was 10.
Right.
So, like, obviously I'm not going to be as like, oh my god, or whatever, but it was still, like, fun. But it was so stupid.
I mean, isn't it supposed to be?
Yes, but this was even dumber, if possible.
Right.
Anyway, this movie is hilarious schlock.
It's absolute
just
summer popcorn,
stupid, like, fun. And if you are into that, you'll love it.
Yeah.
Because it really is dumb, but, like, that's the point.
Absolutely.
Jeff Goldblum!
Yeah!
My boyfriend's a vampire. My boyfriend has cancer. My boyfriend's a ghost. My boyfriend's a sadomasochist.